You said sit down, I kicked that in. Blue tape on my wrist, knuckles in the hall. Broken badge on my chest, I'm still standing tall. One more step and the room goes red. You want my name, here with your chest. Hands on the tank and the whole place shake. We don't bow low, we don't break. Still Chat Riot, still Chat Riot. You push on by. Still Chat Riot. We don't go quiet. Still Chat Riot. Trash on the floor, boots in the foam. Old wounds wake up when I hear that tone. You talk too slick like you own this pain, but I know that look, I know that flame. One more step and the room goes red. You want my name, here with your chest. Hands on the chain and the whole place shake. We don't bow low, we don't fight. Still Chat Riot, still Chat Riot. You push everybody. Still Chat Riot, still Chat Riot. We don't go quiet. Still Chat Riot. Cold concrete, great teeth in the dark. I lost my calm, but I kept the spark. Say my name now, watch it split the air. I came for the war, yeah, I came prepared. Still Chat Riot. Still Chat Riot, still Chat Riot. You push everybody. Still Chat Riot, still Chat Riot. We don't go quiet. Still Chat Riot. Still Chat Riot. Still Chat Riot. Burning through the night. Still Chat Riot.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Steel Chair. Hope you're all doing well. It's nearly September. Wow, where's the fucking time gone? Eh? If you are new to the channel, of course, please do like, share, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Again, this is just something we've not done in a while. We've not spoken about this lot in ages, and I think it needs to be done. You know, I feel like we've got to do the job, do the business, do the magic, and of course, give you guys some fun along the way. What's happening, Tina? Lovely, how are you? It's good to see you. You know what's even funnier? I'm going to say this out loud. When you're that busy on a weekend and you don't get notifications for your own channel. How funny is that? I was out at the weekend and I had no idea that Katherine and Nikki were live. So I missed it. If you don't laugh, you cry. I'm serious, by the way. If you're wondering why I wasn't there at the weekend, it's because I generally had nothing. So that was depressing. But I did watch it back. So the ladies did a great job. Again, I'm proud of them. They never fail when it comes to most. They will never let me down. And I'm glad because I chose the right people. Am I surprised? No, not really. It's what I'm good at. So, of course, it is a pleasure to see everybody. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on my own. And by distinction, I mean on my own talking wrestling rather than on my own and doing nothing else. You know, like this has been, it has been a while since I've just spoke wrestling to you guys, you know? So I am glad, and I'm going to have fun with this one. Because again, I enjoy our audience. Our audience is incredible. Excuse me. And I think we've got the best chat in the world. I think we've got the best community going. I just think we understand what we bring, and our audience understands us as well. And it's just great to be amongst good people. You guys are fantastic, so it's always a pleasure to see you all. And I do appreciate it. Now, you might be asking, why am I going to review Lockdown? Why am I reviewing Lockdown when I slandered TNA all over the place? Well, because it's time to do an inspection. This is a review show, but I'm going to change it. This is an inspection of TNA. We are going, it's like when you go to a house and you're buying a house, you've got to inspect it, you've got to have a look, you're viewing it, you want to see what's in there, you want to see the fibers in between, you want to see the bits that need renovating, the bits that need serious work, and the bits that go, you know what, this is actually quite good. So we're going to get to it. So tonight is the formal inspection of Total Nonstop Action presents Lockdown 2026. Steelchair style. So there's only one way to do this. Ruthlessly and truthfully. Chester in the chat, good to see my man. So the best way to do this is we need a song. We need something to spark up the audience. So without ado, let's begin the music. I've got my loops in, so it blocks out the sound, which is good. External sound. I can help you access pay-per-views, my man. Don't worry, I can help you access all that. Use that going forward. You'll be able to watch the full pay-per-view on that. Josiah, you're a cheeky shit. When I get a hottie, I will bash your brains in. So, as I say, we're going to do an inspection of TNA. And we're going to do it properly. We have to look at where the positives are, where the negatives are, where the parts that don't make sense are, and also, most importantly, where they went wrong. And they certainly did. Now, we'll make sure it's done properly. So this is a new segment, and I'm going to title it appropriately. So let's give it a title. Welcome to Inspection Time with Reece. Thank you, Tina. I'm happy to, of course, entertain. I try to entertain, but I also try to be factual and honest, and my views aren't corrupted by other people. So my views are my own, and that's how they stay. So inspection time with Reece. This is inspection time until you are under review. So let's see if they can manage it. Oh, and one other very important thing. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton, who tragically passed away about an hour ago. So rest in peace, Dolly. Rest in peace. Okay. So TNA they attempted to load this show. We're already at 50 views already. So thank you, folks. Thank you. Just shows when you work hard, you get fired in quickly. Okay, so let's determine where TNA went right and where TNA went wrong. Because there's a lot. There's a lot, my friends. But let's also make one thing clear as well. They're saying they got over 4,700 in attendance. Judging by the crowds, I would say they got close. I would say they got close. But we have 8 matches on the pre-show. There is 3 matches as well on the pre-show that they do. There's only one there that has a significance, which was Joe Alonzo defended the AAW heavyweight title. He did win this against Hometown Man. Well, he did defend it, sorry, against Hometown Man. But by winning this match, which was not timed at all, there's no recorded time for this match. If he won, he would have won a TNA contract. He was successful. He's now a TNA talent. Good for him. No one fucking cares. Especially when no one really cares. And I'm not saying that because he's only a couple months younger than me, but sorry, he's only a month and a bit older than me. But reality is nobody cares. Good. So that was that success. But the main show begins with a steel cage match between AJ Francis and Elijah. this one wasn't good. This wasn't good. Let's be real. This was just any means possible to get them on the card. Nobody really wanted this. Nobody really cared for this. The crowd were not interested. If you actually look at it, the reactions were poor. It doesn't actually scream pay-per-view quality because neither of them are pay-per-view material for any company. Now, AJ would pick up the win in 13 minutes and 29 seconds, and it was the longest 13 minutes and 29 seconds of my life. In the dullest way. This was awful. Really poor. No chemistry. No talent. You could have went for a shit, a cup of coffee, still came back, and this match would still be on. It was that kind of a drag. It was so bad. Like, I would honestly... I just wonder where the quality is for this organization. Like, where's the quality for this match? Like, AJ Francis has no appeal. He's got the wrestling ability of Cartman from South Park, and Elijah has the entertainment level of Bob's Burger. Really terrible. Francis would win by pinfall inside a steel cage. That's something I will praise. I like pinfalls in a steel cage. Obviously, this entire event is about. This entire event obviously is based inside a cage, which is fine. It makes sense. But I like it wasn't. You have to escape. No, you can win this way. Win this way. Be decisive, and it works. So I like that. I will give some credit to that. The next match is the first of several championship matches of the evening. We have Knockouts Tag Team Championship action inside the cage. It is Ali and the returning Kiera Hogan defending the titles against the Elegance brand. And honestly, how do I say this nicely? How do I say this nicely? How do you say this nicely without being sexist? This was like watching 4 insects trying to outrun a bird. It was badly constructed. No level of intelligence whatsoever. No. This is the part where, like I said, but this is inspection time. When you look at this match in general, this is like all 4 of these bitches are the floorboards, and you need to carve away the floorboards to put the new one in. The problem is, to do that, you have to tear up all the foundation and then work through. Now, I've not criticised Kiera Hogan as much. She's not been around for a long time. Ali, on the other hand, is constantly fluctuating. The Elegance brand, however, are utter shite. You toss the concrete on them and you bury them. It's time to bury the Elegance brand properly. So you really cave them in and you flatten them. And then you put another layer of cement on top. And then you just burn it. And then you put another layer on and you burn it. And you put another layer on and you burn it. And then you cover it up. That's enough burying of the Elegance brand. Now, why am I criticizing Ali and Kiera Hogan? Because they're really bad at being baby faces in this situation. Because there is no believability. There's none. Like, I've seen Katherine give better speeches than this match. And I'm not kidding. Like, I'll put it in the best way possible. This inanimate object of Boba Fett is more entertaining than the four of them. Watch. See, he already disagrees. Look. Her contract expired. They just let her go, which was the right decision because she's just generally not that good. She hasn't been good for years. And newsflash, TNA, she's not going to be good for you this time either. She was good the first time. She won't be this time. 7 minutes, 35 seconds. So we're already 21 minutes into this show. Well, 22 minutes, sorry, now, but we're 21 minutes into this pay-per-view for bell-to-bell action. And so far, are we getting our money's worth? No. No, we're not. And we will eventually get our money's worth for some of this. Not all of it. But bear with me, we will get there. Unlike Josiah, who is still finding there. And we're almost at 80 views already. Thank you, folks. So back to inspection time. So we've already started the floorboards. We're doing the grunt work. Now we need to get to the walls. And we're going to break the walls down. Up next, we have an Escape the Cage match between the last OG Frankie Kazarian and the bottomless pit of professional wrestling, Moose. This goes 14 minutes, 15 seconds. And this match was semi-decent. Great conclusive ending as a heel. From a babyface perspective, maybe not. From a heel point of view, it's great. But let's look at why this match is semi-decent. It's Frankie Kazarian. He carries Moose. And when you look at Moose, the guy's big. The guy's jacked. But he's in that phase now where you know when someone is in a formula and they do the same thing and it's consistent and they don't change. That's what this is. This is This is the walls resisting. We're inspecting, and the walls are standing firm. Kazarian's trying to punch them down. He's trying to break it so we can redo the situation, so we can redo the design, redo the look. You're not going to do that if you're doing 5 spears. Because this is where it loses its substance as a match for me. This is where it becomes semi-decent. Moose hits a Uranagi and 5 spears for a match. And I'm sorry, but this is overkill. If you want to dominate, use the cage. And they eventually do use the cage. I will give them credit. They do eventually use the cage. But you cannot supplement a cage match for a spear fest. It needs to be the other way around. You need to be a working match inside the cage. Use the cage as a weapon. Use variety. That's why Kazarian does well here. I think Kazarian actually carries this match really well. Kazarian is a standout. He's consistent in the ring. He might not be everyone's cup of tea, but he's a fucking good wrestler. And this is why I praise him, because I love the psychology of how he works. He kept trying to escape the cage, chicken shit style. Out the door, up over the top. Any means he could to win. And I like that. What I don't like is the hanging by a thread. So at the end of the match, we have Kazarian already hanging by a thread close to the cage door. He's actually on the other side of the ropes. And he's just standing there. Similar to the Jericho botch a week ago, when he has to visibly call an audible to get to the spot. There's too much time in this one. And with that, you've already lost the crowd. So they're slowly losing into madness because they're not moving this spot quicker. And that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense, is everyone following me so far? If you are understanding me so far, put a thumbs up in the chat. Good man, Chester. Good man. It's good that someone understands. There we go. That wee bit's been chopped over. But again, from a heel perspective, I like that Kazarian won by getting speared out the cage. It's sparked the jealousy. It sparked the rage. I don't think this is done between those two. I think they're going to get another match. Whatever they do next, they'll figure it out. I don't know. But I think you cannot end it like this. I don't necessarily think you could end it like that. I think you have to do it in such a way that it makes sense. So they're semi-decent. Now, on the other hand, we move on to a match which I can't believe I'm about to say this, considering who's in it. This match is good. I can't believe I'm about to say this. This match is good. This is the Knockouts title match featuring Xia Brookside and Elena Only Fake Jugs Black. Xia Brookside versus Only Jugs. And I will give them credit. This is actually good because it did what a steel cage needs to be. It brought heat, it brought emotion, it brought damage, and they weren't afraid to put blood in early. Credit to Elena Black. Like, she's living up to what she used to do as a hardcore wrestler. Mind you, she does different types of hardcore now. But in this case, she was full blood. And I rate that. It is good to see someone actually go, no, fuck this, we're going brutal. And that's what I want to see. I want to see someone actually take it seriously. I want someone to go, this is a cage match. We actually need to have blood in it. And I like that she's the one that done it. As the challenger in her hometown. This was in Chicago. It was actually a bit of a decent Chicago crowd, apart from some things which I will come on to later on. Xia would hit her finisher, the dark side, and Elena Black would kick out. First person to kick out of this finish. Elena Black would then hit her finish, the blackout. There's another kick out. And then Xia proceeds to use any means of heel tactic she can to win. She throws powder in the face. She botches it. The first time there's a botch. The second time done well, but it's a very quick WrestleMania 9 type roll up. Like, it's that immediate powder in the face, run behind, roll up. And I know she's a heel, it's in her hometown, but I would have preferred a different type of finish. I actually think they can't. I don't think they would be able to do it potentially, but maybe it's worth a try. But I think Xia should have knocked her out. I think you really get Elena on side. I don't think she's a good babyface anyway. We saw that. But I think if you really had the shit kicked out of her, you destroy her. Proper, violent, brutal sense of destruction from the champion. The babyface in this element, because it's her hometown, she has believability from the crowd. So I would have done that, if I'm being honest. I think that's what you should have done, TNA, if I'm being honest with you. We know that Tommy Dreamer would have probably had Elena Black go in and do a reverse 69 on her, because we know Tommy Dreamer is a sex pest. Like Aaron loves cucking. Because we all know he loves a lot of things. The little prick. But that's what I would have done. I personally would have had Elena Black knocked out in front of that home crowd, in front of her family. I think that would have done TNA a lot more in terms of credibility. I think it would have got a lot of heat. I think it would have got a lot of attention. Good attention for a change. Katherine, don't get any ideas. Don't get any ideas just because you saw me with my top like partially off. Unintentionally. But where I think the match was good though was the back and forth. I just don't understand. We know you're lying, Katherine. We know. I do have one gripe though with some of these matches. It's a consistent problem I have. I know they're in the cage, like, and I know that's important because of it's a lockdown deal. None of these matches get close to 20 minutes on the entire the entire main show. There's not a single match that hits 20 minutes, and I do think that is a problem. Like, that's a gripe I have. You're bringing this show back for the first time in years, and you don't even let the matches have a long time on them. Like genuinely, what's up with that? I don't get it. I don't get that part. I don't get that part. Josiah says he'll be here. He said 30 minutes, so that means less than 10 minutes from now. Interesting to hear what he's got to say. But I will carry on. So the next match we have is the International Championship match between Mustafa Ali and Jason Hotch. And I'm going to say this should have been the main event. This should have been the main event. And it's plain and simple why. It was the best booked match coming into the whole damn thing. It's where all the heat is. There's more heat in this than the main event. The main event has heat, but this has more. This has more intensity to it. This has more emotion. This has more to gain. There's more at stake. Now you might say, oh, but it's a tag title main event between brothers. True. But the only heat is Jeff Hardy versus Nemeth for the world title. And that was literally a couple of days ago. That's totally different. Mustafa Ali and Jason Hotch have been at it since Hotch got kicked out of the Order 4. So it's totally different kettle of fish. It's totally different dynamic. There's more here in this to main event. There is no main event that I look at that comes close to Hotch versus Ali, especially when you look at Ali bullying Ali bullying Hotch's child, sorry. You look at the violence inside the ring, outside the ring, because this is a pinfall or submission in the cage. The blood on display as well, which is good. Both men tearing each other apart. There is one negative, however, major negative, and that's the botch. Now, I have seen people defending this the other day saying this is not a botch. It is a botch. He's meant to do an avalanche pile driver, and instead he's avalanched into the turnbuckles. He could have really damaged Mustafa Ali's head and neck. Could have paralyzed him. Which I am wondering how people don't find that's a botch. If you don't think that's a botch, then you don't understand wrestling. I'm sorry. This was. We're lucky that Mustafa Ali can still move. Unlike Hulk Hogan, who took a pile driver and thought his neck was broken. Because he's a drama queen. He's probably still a drama queen in hell. But he's got this horribly wrong. Thankfully, Mustafa Ali does manage to continue. He does manage to finish the match. He does win with his 450 splash. But now's the question that makes this more annoying. Why... Mustafa Ali was the first TNA International Champion and did well with it. He then drops it to Jason Hotch. Okay. Jason Hotch barely gets a run with it. And he's already lost it back to the former champion. What's the point in doing a transition if it's going to be so short and it's going back to the same person? Are we doing hot potato? Like this was the stupid part from TNA, is like, why would you bail out on Jason Hotch so quickly? Like, I rate Jason Hotch. I think he's really good. But why would you take the title of Ali just to put it on? On brand. What are you saying? Like, I just think it's weak. I'm just not. I just feel like it's not the right call to have it on him and then just take it off him just to put it straight back. Like, that letdown is. That letdown is bad. Katherine not paying attention is just terrible. So disrespectfully. But apart from that one botch, though, shout out to both men. They really did give a good contest. It was a good contest. It really was. I still think it should have been the main event because it had the most to it. Apart from the next match, which is where confusion is, and I'm looking forward to hearing what Josiah thinks about this one very shortly. Up next is the last man standing steel cage match for the flagship brand's championship gold. Leon Slater challenging Cedric Alexander for the X Division title. If Slater loses, then his title reign is erased from history. Alright. First of all, this match only got 13 minutes, 15 seconds. What the hell? That was weird. My monitors decided to turn off there on their own, but okay. That was weird. This should have went longer, and I really want to know why. Like, I want to know why this didn't go longer when you've got two of the best talents they have. They would have made most of this. And I hate as well that you don't do this stipulation for any other match, for any other talent, but you do for this. Like, I've said it before, and I'm going to stand by this. This is the most racist stipulation of all time. And if you don't believe me, this man will back me up. I've said it before. I've said it too.
Pointless
Like,
stipulation.
this is the most racist stipulation.
Yeah.
Of all time.
And I'm actually gonna. This might sound weird, but I'm actually gonna say the most annoying part about it is they haven't actually gone through with it, because that's clearly what the objective was. So the fact that they haven't gone through with it's a bit confusing to me.
Yeah, they don't. They've made them. They made the means, and then backed out very quickly.
Yeah.
It's almost as if they knew, lads, we're being racist here, but we're going to be slightly racist because we're going to back out of it, and we're just going to give him his title back.
Yeah.
And
this is also one for all of those people that thought that he was going to show up in the casino. It was never going to happen.
Yeah, it was never happening. I don't know why people thought that as well. Like, it's not going to be immediately. He's still under contract till November, I think.
Yeah. And plus, I'm pretty sure we all know once that contract's done, he's going to NXT.
I would say now, yeah. I'm actually glad you're in for this one. I'm actually glad you're in specifically for this one. I'll get your thoughts on the whole show as well throughout, but like, this is the one where you knew what was coming, and they didn't hide it, you know, like they didn't hide what they were doing. And people are saying, "Oh, this is just them trying to buy, like, get ticket sales and that." Well, if that's the case, then you do more than this stupid stipulation.
Yeah.
But to then do it and then just give the title back is like, it gets worse because we now know.
Yeah.
Well, which makes it even worse. But to make it long story short, he wins this title just to hand it over.
Yeah.
I'm all for option C, but not 2 months away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that.
Me neither. It's an odd decision. And I guess it's also, I feel like it's just like a cheap cop-out way of having him drop the belt without having to make him lose to anyone.
Yeah.
And then obviously, because he's going to be on his way out, so obviously he's not winning the world titles.
It would surprise me if he did a joke, like if he did him, where he does actually win the belt, then he loses it very quickly, and then he's already on the way out anyway. So I nearly said his name. Thank God I stopped myself.
But then then you think that just devalues the belt.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I feel like if they were gonna do this whole option C thing, the better direction they should have done was just have Cedric Alexander win and then drop it to another babyface.
Yeah. Especially with the part I don't like is I'm pretty sure it's after Bound for Glory's Destination X.
Yeah, which is weird.
It should be before it.
Yeah, because that's usually where the option C match happens, actually.
Mm-hmm. And it feels more right to do that. And
because Destination X was always just an X Division pay-per-view apart from that world title match.
Yeah. And it's just got me concerned. Like, I don't think it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense. And like I say, I don't hate this pay-per-view. I actually think this pay-per-view was relatively good.
Yeah.
It's just there's elements here that don't make sense. And one that does make sense is Avery Slater.
Yeah.
Now, hold on, guys. Remember, this guy's got to pay his dues. He's got to send me 50 quid for saying his name.
Yeah.
Which, again, I actually want to hear your thoughts on that as well, because we haven't spoken at all about this. And it's actually becoming hilarious. What's up, James? Good to see you, bud. It's actually becoming a very funny thing where people are on the indie scene telling him to pay his dues when I agree with Paul White. I'm actually going to use his government name now instead of the Big Slow. I agree with him because what he said is true. People saying pay his dues is just a way for veterans and promoters to bully young talent.
Yeah. Because like people need to understand that it's not the 90s anymore. Like this isn't the way wrestling is anymore.
Exactly. Like he's got a wage. He's been paid. He was paid to go to the show. He was not paid. He's not paid to clean up and set up and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the ring crew's job. And anyone who just happens to enjoy it. And I hate the fact the same person is using photos of Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Hart to prove a point. And I'm like, but you're not proving your point. Like
again, none of these people were told that they have to do that. They've done that because they perceived that that's what they needed to do.
And which is completely valid. And I hate the fact that Avery's dad, AJ's, had to constantly come out and defend his son.
Yeah. Like, and that's another thing that I don't understand. Like, Avery didn't choose to be AJ Styles' son, so why should he have to go the extra mile just because of who his dad is?
Exactly. And before anyone says, "Oh, but you always attack the Samoans," or "You're going after Cody for nepotism," why not for Avery Styles? Because this
Because
is
Avery
nothing
Styles
like that
isn't,
at all.
yeah, like Avery Styles isn't employed by a big company or anything like that. This is like the bottom of the barrel indie startup for him.
He's not even hired by anybody. He's a
Yeah.
freelance. So, like, if they pay him to appear on a show, that's what he's there to do. He's just there to show up and wrestle who he's told to wrestle. He's
Yeah.
not there to, "Oh, you know, Avery, see whilst you're here, go and clean up aisle 4.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, people are saying maybe he was asked. The only person who can answer that question is Avery.
And
But
again, even if he was asked, he doesn't have to say yes because, like we've been saying, that's not what he was paid to do.
exactly. And I find it interesting as well that the fans online, this is why I don't like the IWC, and it's another reason why we like the IWC, is again, it's bandwagon jumping. It's some of
Yeah.
them jumping on this individual's name, and then there's others that are defending Avery, and I'm like, you don't need to pick a side here.
No.
It's just logic.
It's always just picking a certain side to get engagement and views on whatever you're saying.
Now,
Because
eventually,
I guarantee you, when these people come off social media, no one is actually angry about this at all. But it's all an act just to seem like their opinion matters or that they know what they're talking about.
Mhm. Now, eventually, I can say it myself. Eventually, I chose a side because I don't like the way that elder indie talent who's been on the indie scene for years, he's never made it anywhere in the big time.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. There's independent talent that will never make it, but
Yeah.
he has come out and he has consistently went after Avery Styles. I am now siding with Avery Styles because I'm like, well, he's still a kid and he's being targeted for no reason. And I'm going to call out something as well, and I'm going to bring one up actually because he is actually a member of this channel, and I'm going to call him out for it right now, Fletch. Because I saw Fletch on an Instagram post saying, actually, he should be doing all this. He should be doing that. And I'm going to say it to you as well, mate, because you're a mate, you're a member of the channel, but I call out people that need to be called out. He doesn't have to do it. Get a grip.
I think I made the analogy around the time that this is happening. I was like, this is like asking a janitor or like a cleaner in a restaurant, telling them to go into the kitchen and create a Michelin rated meal in an hour. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Or
Why would you?
asking a pilot who only knows how to fly a plane to jump into an F1 car and race 67 laps and try and win.
Yeah.
There's no victory.
No.
Great analogy, though, by the way. Great analogy.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you tell a wrestler that they have to dismantle a ring? Like, do you really think that someone who wrestles would actually know how to do that with it? Firstly.
Exactly. I love it as well because I'm noticing as well that they're always using the same names in their arguments. Oh, but Bryan Danielson did it. CM Punk did it, and I'm like, go back and look at interviews. CM Punk even said in his Best in the World documentary in 2011 that he loved the idea of helping set up ring crews and learning other things like commentary and how to interview people because he liked that side of the business. He liked to be involved. Bryan Danielson was the same. He loved to set up and stuff, but that's because that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah. Nobody forces them to do anything.
It's a choice. And speaking of choice, Avery Styles comes out at Lockdown after he was confirmed to be there. I think it was pretty obvious when his name was announced what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But he is officially assigned TNA talent.
Mm-hmm.
We do not know how long his contract is. I'm going to assume it's pay as you go. So he's going to be on a Vodafone contract.
Yeah. And don't be surprised if his first feud's AJ Francis.
I think his first feud is already there. Confirmed. I think. I think his first feud is going to be Kazarian, and I think he'll be Bound for Glory. But I think one further. I think it will be Avery with AJ in his corner, or Avery and AJ versus Kazarian and a partner of his choice.
I mean, that makes sense because they also didn't really pay off that AJ and Kazarian confrontation that they had before Styles retired.
Exactly, and I would like for that to happen. I would like for it to be the final match that we kind of deserve.
Yeah, and then AJ Styles also did say that if his son got signed to a major promotion, that he would come out of retirement to have a match with him.
Yeah, and unlike Ray,
Lord knows that
his
WWE don't deserve that.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because they already wasted his first one. They don't deserve to do that again.
Mm-hmm. My favorite part of Lockdown. My favorite part of Lockdown, honestly. I think it has to be the Mustafa Ali versus Jason Hotch match. I thought that was my favorite part, to be honest. I just thought that match was fantastic. Apart from the botch, which people are saying isn't a botch, which is just hilarious. I would say that is my favorite part, match wise. And then segment, I would have to say Avery Styles, but a lot of people are saying, "Oh, his promo sucks." I'm like, this is like he's got barely any practice.
I would say that my favorite part was seeing Jason Hotch actually fly off of the cage and actually seeing someone actually connect with someone rather than them just going through the table themselves for a change.
That stomp was awesome. But that diving double foot stomp off the top of the cage was brilliant. Now, I was asking you as well, because this is obviously an issue I have with this show. None of these matches hit 20 minutes.
No.
And it's a pay-per-view. The longest match is the next one at 17 minutes 42, which is half the usual time of a Lockdown match. They normally go 35 minutes. This one went 17:42. What was your thoughts for Lockdown?
Firstly, I want to say that this whole match is not going over 20. This is becoming a trend across all promotions.
It is.
Because sure, AEW, they like to stockpile their matches, but even they rarely hit 20 minutes with their matches.
Yeah, a lot of their matches are now hitting the 17 to 18.5 minute mark.
And weirdly enough, it's actually New Japan's big matches that are the ones that are frequently going 20 plus.
New Japan are consistently sticking with it. Noah's House of Glory actually are keeping their main matches to 20 minutes plus, which is good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that they don't have to carry Zilla Fatu around, it's a bit easier now.
Exactly. They've got rid of one shit talent.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they got rid of Alonso as well, so.
Yeah. But yeah, my thoughts on this were actually, I thought it was, apart from Alicia Edwards being involved in it, obviously.
Talking Chipmunk, as we call her on this channel, guys. As we all know, it's Talking Chipmunk.
Apart from her existing in this, it was a good match.
Would you agree that the standout in this match was by far Fabian Aichner?
Yeah.
I this is the part where I said the same about I said the same when WWE kept
I was gonna say this exact same thing. He's better than Kaiser.
Yeah, they kept Hooters hang tied in favor of what was her name?
Mara
Said, who wasn't even on this show, which is a shame.
No, because she's left
No,
as well.
oh, that's because she quit, actually. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what says it all. But she would have been great for this event.
Yeah.
But Hooters Hangtide was kept in favour of Mara Stade, but then Fabian Eichner, they kept him. Sorry, they got rid of him in favour of the other
Kaiser.
moron.
Because this is the thing, I've maintained this. The only reason that Ludwig Kaiser still has a job there is because Chad Gable got injured.
And
because they were doing nothing with him. I guarantee you they would have fired him last year.
Yeah, he's not as good as people think.
No, his
He's
gimmick is, but
poor.
he's not.
Whereas I like what Fabian Eichner brings to the business.
Yeah.
As a talent, he's certainly I see things about him that I like, and I think TNA have got a chance here. I mean, he's only 36, which he only turned a month ago, but there's actually something with him that I would actually do, and it's kind of funny that it ties in what I'm thinking. He should become the modern version of the man that trained him. He should be the modern day version of Alex Wright.
Yeah,
Good wrestler, but has that gimmick that just stands tall and it's just entertaining. He dances about in his matches, unlike Daniel Garcia, who can't dance. But Fabian is believable, and I think as a team wise, there's opportunities there. So I don't think make him as a world champion at all, but I do think in TNA, if they work around him, you've got a good chance of being international or another X Division champion if they just let him run with it.
Yeah.
And he's such a good in-ring worker. Like when I look at him, he isn't as good as him, but when I look at him, I'm seeing Douglas Williams vibes, and funnily enough, Alex Wright vibes as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match, definitely.
I thought Casey Navarro stood out as well.
Yeah. Which you would hope that he would after the whole interactions that he's been having with Nick Nemeth for this.
Yeah. Especially with that, exactly as you say, with the world title. There's one I wasn't impressed with, and I'm not surprised. Actually, there was two people I wasn't surprised with in this match. I wasn't surprised with Brian Myers, again.
Yeah.
And this might surprise people. I was not impressed with Ricky Sosa.
No. I think in the case of him, and obviously it's understandable because he's still kind of young, but it felt like he was paying more attention to being flashy rather than actually trying to be a participant in the match.
Yeah, like I hate when he goes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to hear the crowd chanting Ricky, Sosa, Sosa. I want, not in this way, I want them to chant your name if you're actually winning or doing your job.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. This was like watching Man United against Hull.
Yeah, because it's basically like WWE and their constant need for catchphrases to get people in it.
Yeah. And it's a shame because
he is a very good and talented wrestler, but he just wasn't as good as he usually is in this match.
Yeah, this was Orange Cassidy levels of disappointment.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact I've had to compare him to this, but it's true. Speaking of which, I have got a real beard, you cheeky bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting phrase from someone so abusive.
Yeah.
But hello, mate. It appears you're on the screen. Why wouldn't I be? And someone has been someone has been sick on the right hand side of my screen where Josiah should be.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can
lose our game at least.
Oh, don't remind me. We were absolutely crap. But hey, if Michael Carrick was in charge of the start of the season, we'd be winning the league.
I mean, to be fair, my game felt like a loss anyway. So.
True. Yeah, just a quick halftime change. I'm not watching football anymore. I've taken up watching snail racing. It's far less emotive and quicker than watching Man United. Yeah, that's one way to put it.
It only took 90 minutes to get to that conclusion. Then.
Yeah. Of course, I do reiterate. Of course, we do send well wishes to the family of Dolly Parton, of course, who did pass away an hour and a half ago. Very sad news. Very sad news. But this lethal lockdown is actually the perfect point of this new topic, inspection time, because this is where we've got the house, we've got the walls, we've buried the Elegance brand under 4 layers of concrete. But now we need to bury the system into the roof. And this faction is a symbol. This is the problem I have with the business. You've got the Bloodline, you've got House of Torture, you've got the Death Riders, you've got the
United
system,
Empire.
You've got, to a degree, United Empire,
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. They've all been around so long, and they don't end when they need to end. They are just... they've become so embedded in the house that it's getting mouldy. The roof is getting mouldy. So the best thing to do is take a hammer to the roof and bash their brains in. The system has to go.
But yet they want to get rid of actual good factions like LIJ and like that.
Exactly. Bear in mind that we've just went from one member of the faction to the other 4 bloody members. Like, Cedric Alexander is a member, and Cedric Alexander, ever since he joined that faction, he's got fat. It's like a criteria. It's like everyone who joins that faction, you've got to get fat. Billy, you should join. But I am getting sick of this faction. And I'm sick of Alicia Edwards. She's constantly being given opportunities on TV. I'm sick of Bear Bronson because he had so much potential on the independent scene, and now he's in TNA. He's just a member of the system. He's just another person in a faction. He's lost his way. Eddie Edwards used to mean something. Now he's just a husband.
Yeah. So like the worst valet / I'm not even going to say wrestler because that's an embarrassment and a disgrace to actual wrestlers.
Yeah.
She's just a thing.
Billy says, did anyone else go, all right, okay, when OTM showed up with Royce Keys? A bigger disappointment than being a Newcastle fan. I mean, they have a manager that's actually going to do something because they actually have a good manager. But I do agree. Like, I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue who OTM are. Like, I thought that
they're the team that Jada Parker was a part of before she thought that she was a good wrestler.
Oh, did she blow any of them?
I don't know. Probably.
She probably had them both. We know that Jada Parker gets around. She gets around like Elena Black.
Who, funnily enough, was also on this show.
Yep, except I did praise her earlier on, weirdly enough. Like
Fair enough, she did something right for a change.
Yep, she wrestled and she also drew color, which again we know she can. She actually took it serious, but
Yeah,
you can only praise only Jugs for so long before she goes back to being a tramp, and that's right now. Now the main event is where the show was better.
yeah,
The main event conclusion is weird, but the match is actually good, even though it only goes 12 minutes.
yeah.
But I will say
And again,
we know why this match is 12 minutes. We know why.
Yeah. And again, the fact that this match only went 12 minutes just goes to say to the point that I made last week is the fact that why has this match been chosen for Lockdown and not the world title match?
Yeah, Jeff Hardy versus Nick Nemeth should have been the single main event. Otherwise, you give the main event to Ali versus Hotch.
Yeah.
With all the heat in it, that one deserved the main event spot.
Although knowing TNA, they probably would have given it to Cedric Alexander and Leon Slater just because of the stipulation.
Or that as well, yeah. But I will
Just to be like, oh, hey, we're not totally racist here. Look at the main event. We're gonna have him win.
Exactly. So the main event for 12 minutes went well. Yeah, we did discuss Avery. I don't think it's too soon. I think it's the right level for him. Like, the one thing I will praise TNA for, despite the year of shit they've produced, I do think in terms of North America, I think TNA are still the best company to produce young talent. I still think in terms of that, I think they're still better than AEW and they're still better than WWE at producing young talent. Are they better at pushing young talent? Not as good as they were between 02 and 09. But they are still good at producing young talent to get them ready to move on. The problem is, though, is they're going to force them in the one direction rather than letting them choose for themselves. And we know why, because Cutclose is a prick.
Yeah.
Who was on this show too many times as well.
Yeah.
Like, I not
just
like
seeing him once is enough. I mean,
I don't like that he is now appearing after every title match, putting the belt back on the champion after a title match. I don't like that at all.
No.
Now, the Nemeths do defeat the Hardys. They do regain the tag titles, and me and Josiah did speak about this briefly earlier on, and we know why, and it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
This title switch isn't because they think the Nemeths are a better tag team. It's because they're still punishing Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. The man can't travel out the United States. We get it. He cannot go
We don't even know how long that's forward. That's the thing.
No,
we don't even know how long this whole thing's forwarding.
I'm actually going to check because he's not been able to leave the US since 2013. That was the last time.
Which is weird because the Usos were literally in Canada for Raw last night.
I know. I'm actually going to look. Apparently, there were plans as early as last year. Like, they were trying to do it, but they're not. But they're still not letting them in. Canada are like, no. I personally think that's a damn shame because we get it. He's got a very salty history with what he's done, alcohol and drug addiction and all that stuff. But he doesn't hurt anybody.
No.
like he hurts himself. He doesn't hurt anybody. So I feel like they should let him in to do his job.
Yeah.
If you let Usos in, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
So for all the people,
notice how all of that got cleared up real quick when they needed the bloodline to be around.
yeah, exactly.
But when it was just the Usos on their own, they weren't allowed in.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, how's your holiday?
It's going pretty well, thank you. Actually,
Top man. He's having a good break, folks. That's
I'm
why
back.
he's actually out of his job.
I'm back on Friday night. Like my
Yep,
flight is at 8:10, and I come back at like 9:30.
Yep, because you and me have got work to do on the Saturday before you go to All In.
Yeah,
Luckily for you, All In is on the Sunday.
yeah.
Because we are, well, I'm doing a watch along. You're not. Because
Yeah.
you'll be there. But
Which
where did you
as ever
go?
looking forward to.
Where did you go for your holiday?
I'm in Northern Ireland right now.
I mean, I could have just drove.
Yeah. Well, no, because not really. Because how are you going to get over the? How are you going to get over the
Ferry.
river?
Ferry.
Okay.
I'll just be like, couple of roads, we're fine, just drive.
Yeah.
And then be there. I've got a funny
Yeah.
story for you, actually. What's up, Abel? Good to see you. I've actually got a funny story for you lot. So yesterday I was driving. Yep, Abel's actually asking how's your trip going.
It's pretty good. Just nice to get away from London for a bit, because God knows that's tiring.
All I'm gonna say is, folks, because obviously me and Josiah talk on Instagram, trust me, that man's happy.
Yeah.
Like that man, I've not seen him smile so much on an Instagram story. So
Yeah.
that's how I know this man's happy, and I'm glad he's happy.
And fun fact, that was during watching Liverpool as well. So there shouldn't have been much to
Fuck, I
smile
take
about.
it back.
Yeah. Like that. Like
No,
fun
of
fact,
course.
that picture was taken before we conceded the second goals.
Oh, nice. Tina says it's nothing to do with wrestling, but she's going to the UK on holiday this Thursday for 3 days.
Oh, that's
Sweet.
nice.
Which part of the UK? We are
you going
over
to All In
100
as well?
views. If I was able to, I would have, because I'm off the Monday, Tuesday, but I couldn't get down. I've not got tickets, or I've not got
Are you going to
accommodation.
the Dynamite and Collision tomorrow though?
I actually did not even get the day off work for it, so I'm missing it. But
Well, hey,
it's okay.
at least it's live. So
Exactly. So I'll watch it live, and then might review it. Who knows? One thing I wanted to actually, what I was gonna say is, we know in the sense that obviously the Hardys are booked in this way to lose. They were booked because obviously Jeff cannot get in. Oh, she says she's got to Scotland. See, she knows the rules.
Nice.
But the best, the humor was, I was in the car with. Again, it's always good to be in the car with someone. Just him. And we're at red lights, and there's a Mercedes GLA 500 in front of us, right? And there's two sets of traffic lights. The ones in front of us, like directly overhead, are red, and then there's another set of traffic lights in front of us, and they've just turned green. The Mercedes driver decides from a dead start to actually go. It's a 50-mile-an-hour road, and it just goes. Not even changed lights yet. The other, like, our lights to go haven't changed to green yet, and this driver's like, "I'm off." There's so many. There's like cars on the left, like it's like a 6-lane road from different directions. All you hear is like horns everywhere, and this guy he just kept going. And he went for another set of red lights, and I started like flicking my lights and all that, and I honked at him. And these guys like, oh, I was like, you're lucky I didn't have dash cam, mate, because I fucking would have reported you. I didn't though, because obviously I've got nothing to back up.
Guy in a Mercedes thinking he's Kimi Antonelli.
You think it's Kimi Antonelli? Definitely not George Russell, because he would have spun off the line.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Although to be fair, the way that the F1's go right now, I actually think that Lando Norris is going to win the title again. Actually,
Considering the fact that Kimi is going off a little bit, I do think so. I think his chance was there. I think he's blew it a bit. He had a chance. He was doing well, but he's blew it a bit.
and it also helps that Ferrari are just doing what they do best, which is being competent Italians.
You mean incompetent? Ferrari are still.
Yeah.
Ferrari have got you under illusion that you think Ferrari are back. Man.
Yeah.
They're not back.
Yeah.
They've got. I think Ferrari.
Because honestly, because like because like if they were really serious about this season, anyone with any sort of common sense, whether you like him or not, would have told you that from about 3 races ago, they should have been making Hamilton their number 1.
Oh,
But
yeah,
instead, what they've done is they keep allowing them to race, and they keep allowing Leclerc to take points off it.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Edinburgh and Glasgow. But if
To the
you're
point
lucky,
where now,
I was just going to say, Tina, if you're lucky, if you're,
and that's actually crazy how.
no,
Yeah,
go on.
it's actually crazy in the F1 how like 2 races ago, everyone was thinking that there was actually a title fight, and now all of a sudden Russell and Hamilton are now closer to Norris than they are to Antonelli, and Norris was like 80 points behind Antonelli 3 races ago.
It's mad how they've changed it. Like the sheer change in the race is gone completely.
Like I just think that the sport is in the gutter. Like this sport is in the gutter until they change these regulations.
I hope they change them soon. I mean, it's mad that if you actually look at the points right now, Antonelli's still on 242 points. George Russell is second with 183. Hamilton is just behind him as well on 183, but because George Russell has more more poles,
and that's another thing. That's another thing. The fact that in that car, Russell only has 1 more win than Hamilton. That's embarrassing from him. That's whether it's bad luck, whether he has less wins than Lando Norris. Yes.
Yeah, Lando Norris also has Lewis Hamilton's not had a single pole in this Grand Prix yet, but he is only 24 points ahead of Norris in 4th with 159, and Charles Leclerc's 5th with 155. It's very competitive from that position, but Antonelli only needs 1 more race and that's it. Season's over.
I mean,
that's it. If he wins 1 more, that's it. You're not catching him at that point. You'll be too far ahead.
No, and like we saw in the last race, Mercedes will tell George Russell to get out of the way.
And like
he
a
will
good
do.
Listen. Yeah.
Even though I'd argue that you shouldn't have.
Agreed.
And also, if they were really being fair, once it was obvious that Antonelli wasn't going to catch Norris, they should have given Russell the place back. Because that's what they usually do. But they didn't do that.
They're so insistent on he had to get the result.
Yeah, and I mean it makes sense because next race he's got a penalty for a new engine.
Oh yeah.
And it's Monza as well.
That one I'm looking forward to. I love Monza. Let's have a look.
Although I've got a weird feeling that Red Bull are going to win that race just because of how quick their engine is.
Yeah.
Especially after Verstappen crashed as well, which pretty much never happens these days.
So I'm just looking at cup games. So Southampton are beating West Ham. Coventry are beating Plymouth 3-2. It's 1-1 Ipswich Leicester. Millwall are beating Cambridge 1-0. Cardiff got eliminated by Norwich City 2-1. Peterborough United are beating Watford 5-0.
Well, this is
5-0.
crazy. Well, I'm actually convinced West Ham are going to struggle to come back up this season.
Oh, so do I. I'm absolutely amazed that it's 5-0 to Peterborough against Watford. Stoke Hull
Coventry
1-1.
are making a hash of Plymouth.
Yeah. And it's 1-0 Leeds Forest. Unfortunately, it was Dan James that scored.
Well, Stoke City won Hull once.
Yeah. Celtic are getting beat 2-1, but they're still ahead on aggregate. But it's only 2 goals in it. But Lask have had 16 shots in this game, but they've actually been all over them.
That's the thing about going to these teams away from home. You're never, even if you've got a lead at home, you're never safe, just because of the circumstance. And obviously, the other team, they've got nothing really to lose, so they'll just throw everything at you.
Yeah. Watford sacking the manager, then absolutely another one bites the dust. And yes, Tina, you will love Scotland. I was actually saying as well, for Scotland, if you're lucky in Glasgow, you might see some of the Batman being filmed, because they're filming the Batmobile escape scene from the SWAT teams.
Also, have you seen that apparently Alvarez is actually going to Arsenal now?
I don't think he'll go to Arsenal.
No, I hope he doesn't.
I know that Rafael
Fernandez
are going to. He's got to Villa.
Yeah, and Fernandez actually won Player of the Year.
I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I mean, who else were they going to give it to? Declan Rice.
I don't think there's any Arsenal player I would have given the PFA award to.
No, they would have tried to give it to Gabriel.
Oh, they probably
done
absolute melons.
But yeah, he's a complete thug. So
yeah,
and
so,
they're gonna get found out this season for sure.
Oh yeah, they are. They are. So the main event of this show, the Nemeths win because Jeff can't enter Glasgow. Sorry, well, technically Glasgow. There's a Glasgow.
Well,
Canada.
he can't. Yeah,
there is actually a Glasgow in Canada.
Well, to be fair, he probably wouldn't be able to get over here either.
No, he's not allowed. He's not allowed here either, which is a shame because he's still over here.
He's basically on domestic house arrest. He can go anywhere in America, but he can't cross the border. But
I know, it's shocking. But he's done that.
It's been like 13 years now, and he's been clean for at least 3. Surely you've just got to let it go.
Yeah, you've got to. So the Nemeths win through a crafty pinfall where Matt Hardy drops a diving elbow on Ryan Nemeth through a table, and then as he gets up dazed, very smartly the world champion Nick Nemeth hits a danger zone. And it's a bit of an awkward danger zone because Matt Hardy is clearly too exhausted to go into position. So he has to wrench him back to bring him down. It's a mini botch, but it's not a bad one, but it's still a mini one, but it's noticeable. And they do get the win. The minute the match is over, Leon Slater comes out, hands the X Division title to Cut Close, and he's confirmed he's taking the TNA World title at Bound for Glory, which we all know is unlikely. We will cover it still, but
and again, I think that even that was a horrible decision. Just like the way they did that was all wrong, because this match was a tag match. Even though Nick is the champion, it has nothing to do with the world title, so that shouldn't have been done here. They could have done that on the next Impact thing.
Exactly, when he's celebrating with both titles in his hands as a heel champion in his black suit, which we know that's what he'll do.
Yeah.
They've prematurely done it. Now, we'll give a little bit of credit to Leon Slater. The kid's got balls. Yeah. But it's not necessary. And it sparks the problem as well. If he loses, how quick before that November situation goes and he's off. We've already seen TNA raided numerous times.
Yeah.
They do survive as best they can. Their crave has been slightly better since they got rid of Tommy Dreamcast, but they still have Delirious and Cutclose involved. So they have to get rid of those two as well. But I look at it from a sense of objectivity. The show order could have been better. Some of the matches were good, but you could have had a better conclusion. And then your show ends with your world champion who's just won the tag titles for the second time. You have him on the deck whilst his new challenger is holding the belt while standing on the cage itself. This was not. I would have just preferred if it was just a stare down and went to black. I know people are going to say, but a good fight is good, but we don't need the fight here. A stare down would have been great.
I would have even argued if they wanted to do that, they could have done the face off and then it goes off the air. And then when they're off the air, that's what happens. And then they show that that's what happened on the next Impact.
Yeah, they went for him and he's managed to evade it and he's beaten them both. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Or at least standing right by side Nemeth, he just super kicks Ryan whilst staring down Nick Nemeth. That would have been a great conclusion. But they don't.
And that's the one thing that I want for Bound for Glory. I don't want Ryan Nemeth to be involved in this match in any way.
Yeah, I want this to be one-on-one. Because they really do have a chance to have a really good title match here, because Leon Slater is an excellent wrestler. Nick Nemeth is still brilliant to watch, and he's still good. I don't think he should lose the title to Leon anyway.
No.
And I don't think he will. And if he did lose the belt to Leon, how long does he hold the belt for? Because nobody would believe that he holds it to Destination X, which is a bad idea. And then he drops it straight away back. Who are you going to put the belt on?
The only way that I can see Leon winning the belt is if it's one of those things where he wins the belt and then within a couple of days they announce that he's re-signed it.
Yeah. There is also, of course, they do that. They do the call your shot at Bound for Glory as well.
Yeah.
I do wonder if they have a winner and then immediately they just take the title off him.
But then who would you have win that?
Trey Miguel.
I could see him as a
I think he's won. The problem is it's just the roster. See if he hadn't regained the title on Saturday, I would have said Mustafa Ali. Leon Slater, they need him as the new face. I do think he is leaving regardless. I don't think he's staying. I think the writing's on the wall. Fabian Aichner as well, he's a babyface. I don't think they'll have him as a heel. I don't.
But yeah, this Call Your Shot Gauntlet is going to really show you the problems with TNA's creative and how they've mishandled their talent. Because there aren't that many viable names to actually win this now.
No, there isn't. And I hope they don't go down the stupid route and give it to that Mr. Elegance fool. And I hope they don't give it to AJ Francis.
No, because I'm pretty sure they did that a couple of years ago, I'm pretty sure.
Because they've got that, especially with fucking expressions around them, that just makes it worse.
Yeah.
I'll give Expressions credit. Expressions actually gives a shit, but I don't want it to be the situation.
Because he's there, yeah. Because I've got a bad feeling that they're either going to give it to Moose or they're going to give it to AJ Francis, or they.
Yeah, and if they do that, then
this company is getting blacklisted again.
Yeah, but yeah, already for Bound for Glory, we've got literally one match. Bound for Glory is October 11th in Tampa.
Yeah,
the home of the
Actually,
Samoa.
hold on. Let me see. 'Cause
October
I'm
11th.
pretty sure. Isn't there another pay-per-view on the 11th of October?
Yes. Destination X is November 15th, and that's their final event of the year.
That's actually interesting. Isn't King of Pro Wrestling October 12th?
Yes.
Because I was thinking, when's Wrestle Dream for AEW?
Mid-October as well. Have a good one, Tina, and I'll give Lockdown a 6.5. And yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
that's
It's not
October
the right time.
17th, so it's the week after.
Yeah, we've got. It's a fast one for us. Like it is a fast one.
Yeah. There's always one. There's always one point in the year where you've got 3 shows in 1 week.
Yeah, October and April for us are those moments.
Yeah. Well, not for you next year because it's Saudi.
That's true. I'll be skipping that.
Yeah.
But aye, so the first Destination X in 9 years, but you don't have option C to main event that show where I would have done it. Instead, you've got October.
Yeah.
And the poster for Bound for Glory actually looks really poor.
I mean,
Like,
yeah. The fact that that Destination X doesn't have the option C, that's another telltale sign that Slayer's leaving.
that's the poster for Bound for Glory.
That is hideous. Considering I'm pretty sure that's Santana and he doesn't work there anymore.
That is Santana. Even worse, this is the Lockdown poster.
They've got Ash by Elegance, who should never be on any cover.
I like that it's Jeff Hardy's hand, because obviously he
Yeah.
was on the first show, which is a good thing. But
Yeah.
Destiny next poster is this. I admit that is nice. In Canada, so Jeff Hardy won't even be there.
No. Again, which means
is
he can't win
unfortunate
the
for
X
him.
Division title, which
Which is really annoying, but he can't even win
you
it.
know,
Bound for Glory.
I'm convinced
He
that
could actually.
I'm convinced that he will win the X Division champion at least once.
He's got to. Like, he's the only one who's yet to actually make it, win it.
Like they had Abyss win it, for fuck's sake.
Exactly. Like, he's a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
Abel never ever stop. Never ever stop.
Well, unfortunately, he's back next week. So.
Yeah.
Although he's probably going to get beat up by OTM as well. But I also know I don't understand what they're doing for that now. Like, I don't know what War Games is going to look like.
I don't want to get this show blocked, so I'm being nice. Well, just send in super chats if you've been abusive to them. It'll be okay. We approve. We approve Roman Reigns bullying because we've been bullying his fans for the past week and a half.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that a guy actually blocked me as well because I haven't seen any replies from him since.
He blocked me as well. I was pissing myself.
Like, imagine being a grown man and getting upset over wrestling match.
Yeah.
Especially a company that's been upsetting fans for years.
Oh, I'm about to make you piss yourself, and Abel. I'm going to send you something on Instagram, and it's absolutely funny.
Oh,
just wait till you see this. You are going to piss yourselves.
What, the fact that Javi was their third choice?
He openly said in a press interview, Pep was our first choice. He wanted a year off. We wanted Slot. He said no, so we picked Xavi instead. Imagine
That
being
is,
first choice to Arne Slot.
yeah, honestly.
If he was third choice to Ten Hag, I would understand, because in terms of like Dutch football, Ten Hag is still better, but
Yeah.
that is still remotely funny.
I'm sure Ten Hag still doesn't even have a job description.
He is technical director at FC20, I believe.
Huh.
He's back in that position.
Hmm.
And Abo's seen it. He's burst out laughing.
But yeah, that is like next level. That's pretty much if you don't do well in the Euros, we're sacking you because we never wanted you anyway.
Yeah. Like
I can imagine
I can hear the
outright
conversation.
being told we wanted Arne Slot instead of you.
I would retire.
I would have just walked out on the spot.
I'd be like, okay then, fuck you.
Yeah, if you want Arne Slot, try and beg him to come because I'm leaving there.
I mean, to be fair, like, Xavi is far more defensive. I get it. Like, he is actually far more defensive than most Spanish coaches. He's not a bad coach. I just wouldn't have him at Man United. But I do think it's absolutely funny that they said he's third choice when he makes sense for Dutch football.
Yeah.
But
the only thing is with them it's kind of too late for them now because all of their best players are old.
Their first game as well under him is going to be a riot.
Yeah. Especially as Klopp knows how to deal with all the Liverpool players in that team.
That's the best bit.
He basically knows all their strengths and weaknesses because he trained with them all for God knows how long.
It's probably the only time in my life where I'm actually going to enjoy watching Kai Havertz go up against Van Dijk because he's actually going to tell him to run at his fucking legs.
Yeah.
I want you to be a pit bull. I want you to go after his legs.
And Kai Havertz has actually been scoring goals so far this season.
Mm-hmm. I can see the conversation right now, like Klopp sitting there with everybody, like analysing. He's like, when I was at Liverpool, I had Big Van Dijk. He was my captain. Now he's my enemy. Go for his legs. I think that is going to be some game though, like Holland.
Although I guarantee you, at full time, like when they're in the dugout, Van Dijk will give him a shout or something like that because that's what all of the Liverpool players did with Klopp at the World Cup. Yeah,
it was the right appointment. I mean, I still am a Nagelsmann fan, but it was definitely the right decision. They had to go and reset completely.
Yeah,
and I do like that. To be fair, I like a lot of international appointments. Zidane to France, I like that because we're going to get a lot of fun.
Speaking of managers, it's actually weird how for once all of the managers are actually managing their country except England.
Hello.
Well, yeah, obviously apart from Scotland as well.
I was going to say, don't leave us out of this conversation. I'm actually glad about the manager we've got as well. Like, I didn't actually think Scotland would be able to convince a really good manager to get the job. I thought we'd be stuck with some alien from this actual island itself.
Like, oh God,
we've got a new. It's not just we don't just have a new main first manager. We actually have a brand new under-21 manager as well.
I I thought once the whole Ange thing went away, I thought they were just going to hire Gordon Strachan again.
I thought they were going to give the job to Naismith. I already told my friends in my football WhatsApp group chat that even though he played for Rangers, if Stephen Naismith had got the Scotland job, I wouldn't be watching Scotland again. Like, I was ready to walk away. I was like, I cannot watch Scotland under Naismith. I would honestly, I would run for a wall. Where that's how bad he was at Hearts. Like, I'd be like, no.
Speaking of managers, do you think Carrick lasts the season? Because I actually had a bold prediction that he gets sacked mid-season, and Solskjaer takes over for the end.
Well, the humour is that, to be fair, it was Roy Keane that said it just to piss him off and all that, but Roy Keane and Ian Wright thinks that Eddie Howe's going to be the next Man United manager.
No, I can't see that.
And
I think it's more likely that Howe manages England than Man United.
I think he will be. I will honestly die of shame if we go from bad to worse. I don't rate Michael Carrick at all. I don't think Carrick is actually the right choice. And people have said to me, "Oh, but we just need to back him and we can do well." And I'm like, based on what? An interim job.
People don't understand. People don't understand that you only played one game a week last season. You've got Champions League now. He's not going to be able to play the same team game in, game out and have no injuries.
And we've already played one game and
lost.
And that's
and you didn't even lose. You actually deserved to lose. That Hull outplayed you.
It's the first time we've ever lost to a newly promoted team on the first game of the season in our history in the Premier League in top flight English football. It's the first time
that came under his watch in his first proper game as full managers.
But hey, Ruben Amorim was the problem.
Like Ruben Amorim that beat him in pre-season, convincingly.
Am won his first home game of the season.
Yeah.
Nearly got a clean sheet. If it wasn't for Che Adams remembering he's a striker.
Yeah. Like, where was that at the World Cup?
Exactly. What a goal. Goal of the season for me already. I have to say that.
And it's been one game. And that's already it.
Exactly. He only scored 6 goals in Serie A last season.
Yeah.
He's already
crazy. It's crazy. Marlon got top scorer after being in January, and he's already got a hat trick as well.
I know. They played really well though yesterday, Roma. And they're still looking to sell Mateo, apparently.
You know what? If they can keep Dybala fit, they might be able to challenge for the league this season.
If they keep Mateo Sula, then they can challenge, but they want to sell him. I'm like, why would you want to sell him? I don't get it.
Yeah.
If I was AC Milan, I'd be all over him. Especially if you want to get rid of Rafael Leao, sell Leao, bring in Sula. Yeah. That's the 3-4-2-1 dealt with.
I heard it. Isn't he going to like Aston Villa?
Villa want him, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't see how you're going to replace Morgan Rogers with Leao, don't you?
If you're going to play him as a winger, then it makes sense because they played Rogers as a winger. I love Morgan Rogers. I think he was
brilliant yesterday as well.
Honestly, I've said this all summer. Chelsea. I genuinely believe Chelsea are going to win the league.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think
because they've even got Cole Palmer playing well, can they?
Mm-hmm. And they're not going to play the same system every week. Like Alonso's going to mix between a back 4 and a back 3, and I don't think people are prepared for it. Like we were joking about him last year about Madrid and all that, but he wasn't bad at Madrid. But we were joking
they sacked him because of Vinny. That's it.
Player power.
And now look at Vinny now. He's awful.
Mm-hmm. You actually look at him. They sacked him because he was too much of a trainer. He wanted to train those players, and Chelsea will be like, those players.
These players are crap. So train them.
And they look.
Yeah. They do need a new goalkeeper though. That's the one thing that I can see stopping them.
Yes.
Because Sanchez is that goal that you consider is embarrassing. I didn't even expect Onana to save that.
I know. I don't think they're linked to any goalkeeper as well.
No.
Like I don't think they're linked to anyone. I think that will hold them. I think the weird thing is though is they could potentially win the league even with Sanchez, but it would have to be if they are scoring so much more.
But they're gonna need João Pedro to be scoring braces and hat tricks every game.
Yeah, it'll be like it'll be the equivalent of like United in 2012-13. De Gea, good goalkeeper, but it was his first season in the Premier League. Like in terms of like a title-winning team, but it was his second season. But it was in that sense, he was constantly being shifted. But he wasn't great when we won the league. He kept being switched between him and Lindegaard.
Yeah.
But I think if Chelsea can look at a goalkeeper, they could certainly cause problems.
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't know who they sign.
I don't even know who their second keeper is.
I've got no idea, actually.
But he can't be any worse than Sanchez. They might as well start him.
No. Actually, I just want to have a look. So, well, they play Luton on Thursday.
Oh yeah, because they're not in Europe, so they've got cup game.
That's also why I think they're going to win the league.
Mm.
I still don't understand why they signed Jordan Henderson.
Well, Enzo Fernandez is leaving now, so
I know, but still. Right. Palmer, Rogers, Pedro all scoring.
and even that's a joke. Why are City really paying 140 million for Enzo Fernandez?
Especially when they've spent over like 100 million euros on Boyadi as well.
Yeah. And 130 million on Elliot Anderson.
If they don't win the league with all that money, then Maresca
they're not
should be
going
sacked.
to then. They're not going to because their defense is awful then.
I agree. So I'm looking at their backup goalkeeper is Mike Penders. But to be fair, their bench is good. I mean, you've got Jamie Gittins, who will get better on the bench. I thought he was good at Dortmund. You've got Esteval, Quenda, Neto. They've got Valentin Barco, who I think is a quality midfielder. And then Welbeck. They had a lot of attacking players on the bench yesterday. But I like as well that they did actually decide to play the back three. But they played Reece James in midfield alongside Lavia. I actually rate that. And then Gusto and Hato as wing backs makes sense. They're better at wing back than their full back, in my opinion.
But I was actually shocked that Caicedo wasn't in the squad.
That's the only part I didn't understand. But if they keep playing the way they did in that back three, it's going to be really hard to Alonso showed why a back three can work in the Premier League if you just use a back three prop. It doesn't have to be defensive. Be controlling the ball, be offensive. You can dominate in a back three, but people think you can't, but you can.
Yeah.
Even though Fulham actually did outpossess them. Fulham had 61% possession yesterday.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Fulham sold all their good attackers, or let them go at least.
Yeah.
Like they've
only got one.
Yeah. And to be fair, he did score.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, two of them. Sorry, I was going to say Oscar Bob. I do rate Oscar Bob.
But he's a midfielder, man.
I don't rate their manager though.
No. No, James, I'll tell you now, we're rubbish. We're not going to be competing for the league. We'll be lucky to get top four with the way our squad is.
I'm going to have a wee bit of fun. Okay. I'm going to say this respectfully. No. I might be tired, but I'm not blind. But I'll say happy birthday. That's it. I struggle to see anyone pushing Arsenal. Both City and Liverpool are in transition. Chelsea have got loads of work to do. Man United are off it. No, Man United didn't do what I said they should have done. So they deserve what they get. Arsenal, I think it'll be Chelsea. City and Liverpool.
We haven't done anything. So.
Except sign someone who went to Israel and has brainwashed your fans.
Yeah, although to be fair, he did play well when he came on against Newcastle. But it's still not enough. We needed another midfielder.
Yeah.
And we need a right winger. I don't know why we're buying Barcola when we've got like 4 players that can play left wing.
If you sell Gakpo to City, you are the fucking dumbest club I've ever seen.
No, he's going to Spurs now.
No, because they've just signed Marmoush and Savinho. They're not signing Gakpo as well. There's no way they get Gakpo as well. That doesn't work. There's no way.
Unless they're going to play Savinho on the right and Marmoush up front.
suppose that front three would honestly freak me out.
Yeah, but then it's Tottenham, and that you remember that they're not a threat because they can't defend themselves.
True, but if De Zerbi does annoyingly get them clicking,
Yeah, that's another problem that everyone has to deal with. Us.
if he gets them clicking, we're in trouble.
But then
Because-
I've seen reports that we're only going to sell Gakpo if we get 2 wingers, and I can't see us getting 2.
Yeah, you won't do it. And this is why I feel for, even though it's your club, I feel for Areola. I think Areola's a fantastic manager.
Yeah.
But you have basically told him, look, fella, we want to see if you're worthy of the backing. So just go and enjoy this season and see what you do. Then we'll consider backing you next summer, when you're already going to be 2 years behind everybody.
Yeah, well, these owners aren't going to be here next summer because the people that have bought into the club are going to take it over next year.
Yeah.
Which I also think is a reason why we're not doing the business that we should be.
You should be doing everything you can to maximize one final year just to see what you can do for Areola, at least to give him a fair first season, because this is the part that I find interesting, and it'll be a shame at the end of the season if, I mean, for me, if you do sack him, then fantastic, but
No, there's no way we sack him.
it would be very wrong if there's lots of like Areola outshouts at Liverpool, like from your fan base, if you not have a good season just because you having to back your manager when you should. But like, if you are bad, like you have not replaced key players like at all, and I don't think we're going to be relatively. I think we'll finish just above you, but that's just marginal because we're just as crap as you, but we've got better attackers. You've got better midfield than us, hands down.
And our midfield's awful, so that's saying a lot.
Exactly. But I still think your midfield is better than ours, apart from one player.
Gravenberch, I don't rate him.
No, I was going to say Fernandez obviously is, between him and Szoboszlai, Fernandez is better, but Szoboszlai is outstanding. But apart from that, I'll concede the rest of the midfield goes to Liverpool.
I mean, yeah, because you've got Tillemans.
Who looked way off it. I think he will eventually do better in this team, though. Like, if we find the right place to play him, but I don't know how we're going to use him. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's crazy to think you somehow better fullbacks than us.
And our fullbacks are fucking ranked wrong.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, though, we have just signed Baleba, so fuck knows how that's going to go.
Yeah, but you can't play for like 2 months, apparently.
See, I have a funny feeling that he'll actually be fitter than people think. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of these scores. Oh, Watford actually did concede against Peterborough. Peterborough did concede against Watford. Oh, you fucker. It's 6-1 Brentford against Birmingham.
Yeah, it's only bad.
They are Aaron Hickey on the score sheet and Callum Wilson. Aaron Hickey, actually, I'm eager to see how he does under Pocognoli.
I'll tell you what, Brentford, they could be another like team to look at this season.
88. Oh, it's the 91st minute now. Oh, Laskov just scored again. It's 4-4 on aggregate. It's 4-1. Lask in there.
See, I told you it's never over.
Yep.
Leeds are about to knock out Forest. And Hull and Stoke are on penalties.
Yep. But that's like Celtic smashed them 4-0 in the first leg. And they've now literally just blew it. Laskov literally just turned and went, fuck the lawyers.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, someone's got to do it.
They're saying VAR's checking it.
I mean, someone's got to do that to Celtic if the league wins.
It's happening to Celtic again. Yep. I'm not going to bother mocking them. I really don't care. Like, with Celtic, I really don't care. Rangers have been awful in Europe anyway. But if Celtic do blow this after being 4-0 up, then...
That's their karma for corrupting the league last season.
3-0, sorry. No, 3-0, sorry.
This is their karma for corrupting the league last season.
Yeah.
And also the fact that the away goals rule doesn't exist is hilarious. Otherwise, they'd be for otherwise.
Yep. Hapoel Beersheva are out. They lost 6-2 on aggregate. And Bodo Glimt are winning 6-1 on aggregate. They're winning 3-0. Like they're such a good team.
Yeah.
What's up, Xavier? I am just waiting to see if they're actually going to give this goal or not.
Yeah, this reminds me, the Champions League draws on Thursdays.
Goal
And for
given.
once, you can actually watch it. For once.
Yes! Goal given.
Nice. The Champions League draws on Thursday, and for once, you can actually watch it.
Austrian champions have turned it around. There's 118 minutes in Elgin City, and Klatnakun is the 108th minute. Sorry, and it's 2-0 Elgin. I'm like, how the fuck is it? If they went that far in added time?
And I see Hearts are playing tomorrow as well.
They are. Rangers will. Rangers will blow it. I just know they will.
No, Rangers are playing on Thursday, right?
Did you see Mourinho in his press conference yesterday?
It's been one game. It's been one game, and that man's already losing his mind now.
Who, Mourinho?
Yeah.
It's just the fact that someone said, "Oh, we heard in the locker room that you're good." Oh, so you've got good sources then. Can anyone stop PSG? Themselves.
Yeah.
They've still got the best midfield in football. Selling Lee Kang in was weird, but to be fair, they've went and done something crazy. Like a player that I never used to rate, and he's actually proved me wrong, is Ferran Torres. I'm just surprised it took Luis Enrique that long to sign his godson. Sorry, his son-in-law, I should say.
Yeah. There's another Nepo baby in that.
Lewis Kin McMahon. Actually, no, that's harsh. Luis Enrique hasn't hurt anybody.
No, except Arsenal fans.
Except Arsenal. Yeah, that's true. I think they will be the... I don't think they'll three-peat it, but...
They're not going to win it, but they'll be the favourites too.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely the favourites. It's 2-0 Leeds as well. If Celtic get eliminated tonight, oh, that's end it. I missed a review of TNA Lockdown. Unfortunately, Xavier, you did. But go back and let me know what you thought of it, though. What I will say, though, and we're going to stand by it, the ending of the show is what really hurt it down. Like, there's a... I'll let Josiah talk on it, because it was... I didn't see this until he sent me, and then I went back and watched. It was the video you sent me afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about this one, because you're completely spot on. This is actually disgraceful. I'll actually let you talk about it.
Let me go back. Yeah. You see, even I. Yeah, the fact. Yeah, the fact that they've had Ryan Nemeth celebrating anything really.
Yeah. A Ryan Nemeth celebration video is an automatic shutdown for disgrace.
Yeah. Like, he actually reminds me of Nick Nemeth when he was in the Spirit Squad. That's really the only way I can put it. That's just annoying, irrelevant, and talentless. Because at that point, Nick didn't have anything. He was just there to be fodder for deactives.
Absolutely.
And then he got shipped to OVW for 4 years.
Exactly. I didn't watch the show, only the results, and I know you had a lot of stuff you saw that was BS. Yeah, I did praise some things, because there is some elements of good on this show, but there is some things that really is shockingly bad.
I mean, for a TNA show, you can't really complain.
No, not at all. Not at all. But one thing I won't be complaining about is I can go and rest shortly. So, any closing comments for you before I see you on
Saturday?
Saturday. I'll be seeing you Saturday, yeah.
Yes. So Dynamite will be early this week. So make
Yep.
sure if you're not in the UK, make sure that you're aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that I don't know if obviously I know that Reece is doing the watch along for All In, but I also want to make sure to remind you all that if Lipsticks and Lariats is also going on, make sure you watch them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Support the ladies.
Because they have been doing a great job,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes,
we are all proud of them.
we certainly are. Tomorrow's Dynamite start time tomorrow. It's
I'm pretty sure 6 p.m. UK.
yeah, which means I'll need to be back quick from work.
I don't know. Are they doing Collision live after, or is that being taped? I think?
It'll be. I think they'll tape it. Yeah. Oh, it's earlier than that. It starts at 4:30.
Ooh.
Well, they're saying doors. Oh wait, hold on. Doors open at 5:30. Sorry. Event starts at 6. Finishes at 11. So yeah, they'll be doing all that.
So they're taping Collision then, so.
Yeah, they'll take. I think they'll do. They'll probably do Ring of Honor as well because they did Ring of Honor last time here as well.
Yeah.
So Dynamite, that maybe an hour of Ring of Honor, maybe.
Yeah. They'll probably do Ring of Honor at the before Dynamite,
Yeah, that's
and
what they
then
did.
they'll do Collision after that.
Yeah, that's what they did here. Ring of Honor, Dynamite, Collision. They might not even do Ring of Honor. They might just do Dynamite and Collision, 2.5 hours
Yeah.
each, potentially. Which I'm not against. But I'll be watching it live at least. So yeah, 6 o'clock our time. So if you're in America, that is, I think in some places 12. So I think for Katherine it's 12 o'clock. I think.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are over 150 views tonight, so we do appreciate it. And it's good to see my man, of course, Josiah. It's always good to see you, brother. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the Unbound Grapplecast, but it will be
That
on.
comes back. Yeah. And
So-
then every Tuesday going forward.
Absolutely. So we will see you then. Bang!
Pew.
Pew pew. Night, guys. And yeah, we do make jokes, even if they are a solo situation.
Yeah.
Good night.
And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.